Hey guys, and welcome to the Week 5 update of Monster Madness. And we only have 4 monsters remaining. As you can see here, we had 4 more matchups, and we had 4 lopsided matchups. And honestly, there were no upsets this week, which is just completely different from the weeks before. We had multiple upsets last week, and this week also took out all of the Cinderella monsters, if you want to call them that. All of the underdogs. We had 4 matchups in which we had Rodan go down after Rodan pulled a major upset and was on a definitely good streak there. And then we had Tiamat go down, who was also an underdog, had multiple upsets in my opinion. We also had Camazotz go down, who was perhaps the biggest underdog in this bracket, already had 2 upsets. So all of the underdog monsters that really I didn't think had a chance, they all went down. There were no upsets, but if we go through, we had Kong take out Slattern, in which Kong dominated in that vote. Very surprising. I'm surprised he dominated that much. And then we had Shimo versus Rodan. No surprise there. Shimo's heavily favored and won there. Galactus was actually an 80% in that matchup, which I was very surprised. I don't know how Tiamat got 20% of the vote. Gave Tiamat a very good chance, but Galactus still prevailed. And then Godzilla Ultima beat Camazotz pretty handily in the vote and did advance. So now we have 4 monsters left. We have Kong versus Shimo in the Demon's Nest. And we also have Galactus versus Godzilla Ultima in the Miracle Mile. And a little flashback here. During the selection show, I had predicted the Final 4. And in my predictions, I had Karathan, Surtur, Galactus, and Monsterverse Godzilla. So I have 1 of the 4 correct. I did predict Galactus to win this bracket. He still is in it, but that is interesting that I predicted 1 out of the 4. So just to show you that I am definitely not rigging this, because I really thought Surtur was going to make it to the Final 4, and I thought it was going to be Surtur Galactus in the championship, but it's crazy to see how much has already changed, and that was my predictions for the Final 4. But this is very interesting. You basically have 2 monsters on the left side of the bracket that are looking for another Monster Madness win, and both monsters on the right side are looking for their first Monster Madness win ever. So make sure you let me know down below who you think will advance, and stay tuned next week where we will figure out the winner of Monster Madness. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week for the next episodes.